against last place South Carolina in what was an uninspiring effort for the Cats. Denzel Aberdeen runs a point for Kentucky. Cats defense was good against South Carolina. They moved to 17-0 under Popeland, holding the opponent under 68. Meanwhile, Colin Chandler can't connect, but Malachi Moreno is there on the offensive glass.
Well, defensive breakdown for Vanderbilt, leaving a hot shooter open and then not finishing the possession. Nice job by Moreno, knocking him out, down.
Luke Miles back in the starting lineup for Vanderbilt for the first time since January 24th. He wastes no time in impacting this game.
I love the confidence number 2 in Black plays with. He is always a motivator for his team and inspires them on the offensive end.
Here's a look at the starting 5 for Kentucky, including Yelovich, who finds Aberdeen. Back to Chandler in the corner, and he hits his second opportunity. He's one of the best in the league, 46% from deep in SEC play.
Well, that's a short closeout by Miles. You have to know your personnel. Make 5 and white, put the ball on the deck.
The ultra valuable A.K. Okereke gets it back from nickel. He's working on Yelovich. Okereke with a fadeaway. Good. Another board for Moreno. Here's Chandler. Chandler was on a tear from deep, but he had a really poor second half in the loss against Auburn last week. He connects on this one. 2 threes in the first 2 minutes for Colin Chandler.
And that starts with the paint touch by Aberdeen, who is growing before our eyes as one of the best point guards in the league.
Stolen away by Oweh. Buckle up. A great burst in the first 2.5 minutes for this much maligned Kentucky team that has lost 3 of its 4 coming into today. Miles may have gotten away with a shuffle. 9 to shoot for Vandy. Okereke, another one.
And then you'll see the Oweh dunk. He can jump passing lanes. Coach Byington told us, they said, look, when Oweh gets the ball in a steal and transition, but they're the ones that are more safely in. And there's a ton of teams with a lot at stake in this last week.
Yelovich splashes down his first triple, 6 early for the 6'11 Croatian.
He got off a lot of threes in that road game at South Carolina. Didn't convert a bunch, but he is showing you he is not going to hesitate and very capable from 3. He changes their offense when he's making that shot.
Here's Tyler Tanner. He's been quiet so far, sharing time in the backcourt with Miles. Okereke out to nickel. Sharpshooter tries to put it on the floor. Chandler Bing with the left hand. Freshman off the mark, but Washington there to help him out.
Yeah, the drive was what brought the second defender over. Nobody came down to help the helper and clean up the glass on the other end.
Oweh going to work. 18-footer good. On a block against Yelovich, another fadeaway. Bing, the freshman. Nice move on the putback. Well, he's made some massive plays, including on the road against Tennessee, with a steal and a seal to win that one as Kentucky swept against their northern border rivals. Here's Chandler on cue. A dozen for Chandler. His career high for threes made and a half is 4. That came against Georgia and Florida. Both of those in the second half.
A month ago in Nashville, nothing could go right for the Cats to start that game, and right now nothing can go wrong thanks to Chandler.
Tanner trying to find something positive for Vandy with the kiss off the glass. You mentioned the game.
His efficiency throughout the team in the 5-man lineups have gone up with 23 and white.
Aberdeen off the window for his first bucket of the game. And now Aberdeen. Oweh and Moreno same side of the floor. 18-footer no good. Offensive rebound to Johnson's hands, and he finds Aberdeen for 3. Aberdeen's been hot, over 50% over the last 2 games.
Yeah, the best time to get an open 3 is off an offensive rebound. Good job by Johnson being patient, finding his shooter.
Washington working on Moreno. Great defense by the freshman. And stolen away by Oweh. Otega Oweh again. Timeout Vanderbilt.
Him on full display, jumps the passing lane, and forget about it. I love what you said, Tom, and could lead to tough things for Vanderbilt in the half court.
That'd be a pick six on a football field, and Kentucky's already had a couple of those. Miles left his feet, found Washington, and it used every bit of the rim before going in.
But we talked a lot about Kentucky's rotation. Johnson came in the game, and it was an 8-point lead for Kentucky. And so right now he's a +5. That is a good sign to buy extra time, more minutes for some of the starters. You can't just play 5 guys 38+ minutes.
Johnson only played 8 minutes in the South Carolina game, and he was in and out of the Auburn game quickly, but that's a beautiful feed from Miles, and nice positioning by Jalen Washington's going to have those. Aberdeen to Moreno to Chandler. Great ball movement, and Chandler for 3 again. And a glance back at the Vanderbilt bench.
Staring, and says, oh my gosh, I just left Chandler, who does a great job being patient, pump fakes.
What a start to this game for Chandler. Well, he loses Nickel on the screen, and announcer Jinx gets him. Tyler Nickel's first bucket. Worked on this a lot in shoot-around last night. Olway collects the lob and is able to finish. And McLaughlin finally collects this one. Vandy trails by 15, looking for a surge. It's Duke Miles for 3. Miles chasing Chandler now. Aberdeen for 3. Got it.
And Coach Byington said that's what you can't let Aberdeen do. Is let him just walk into threes and go under ball screens. You got to extend up if you're going to switch.
Leads back to 19. What a turnaround from Vandy's dismantling of Kentucky and Memorial last month. And now Okereke with a triple. He's made 6 of his last 9 from 3. Moreno loses it. Another rip for Tyler Tanner, who's 9th in the country in steals. And Nichols' 12-footer goes home.
See if that can get him going, but Kentucky.
And to Dane's point earlier in the broadcast, he came here as a 2-guard and then was a hybrid for a little while before the injury to Jalen Lowe finally took him out. Chandler again after a monster first half. With a guy in a Pope outfit watching, Colin Chandler taking. Nickel, quick release. Got it.
Well, that's hand down, man down.
Moreno late in the shot clock. Lost it, regathers, and gets it. How are your vocal cords after that? Your
They're
left
terrible.
or right?
I was trying to call like play 5. I was like 5.
Back
of the choir, is that what you said?
Yeah, change rows. Tanner frustrated early, settled into the role as a point guard coming off of a national championship season. And he's really produced lately. Olway goes one-on-one with a turnaround.
And it sure does help when you can have a guy that you can just get the ball to and say, everybody clear out, let him make a play.
Everybody in the building saw a walk. Tyler Tanner saw an opportunity. Now he's got a dozen for the first time. Kentucky solves it easily. Diabate! And it takes a victory lap before falling.
Like, nah, you're just trying to hide it.
This day and age, somebody would have had a cell phone out. You would have been either proven right or wrong. A strong move by Otega-Oweh. Chandler, man of the hour. And with the left-hand push.
Very similar play to Aberdeen. He put the defender on his back, waited for his big man to just plug up the lane, and gets an easy 2. Similar action, same result.
Tanner high off the glass.
Starting to be a little bit of a pickup game at this point. Nobody making much progress.
Moreno, old school, better than their season average, and all is well for a day in the Bluegrass as Mark Pope and the Cats going to win in their penultimate.